I just got $1 million bands today. About to go and spin a bag, blow them bands today. Yeah, about to spend 100 grand today. Lot of blue face, honey, it's a blueberry parade. Yeah, shooting at the.
Yo, what's going on, guys? 3 more Bray here. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get better FPS on the Salwyrr Launcher. Now, it's been a while since I've used Salwyrr Launcher. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't used it since like when Salwyrr Launcher V4 was first released to the public. It wasn't even released to the public yet. It was like only available for helpers. But now it's released to the public, and a lot of people are having problems with FPS. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get better FPS in Salwyrr Launcher V4. So the first thing we're gonna go into is global settings. So global settings, this is mainly personal preference. So like mods, background blur, this already says may reduce FPS. So if you want better FPS, you're gonna turn that off. Back view, I have that on. Mumble link, I have that off unless you're doing mumble link with friends. Full bright, that's optional. If you're playing survival, I don't recommend it. But if you're playing like Hypixel or just any PvP service or just any server in general that's not survival related, then I turn it on. And then these two, this is probably the one that'll hurt your FPS the most. It's in-game notifications, but it doesn't really hurt it that much. I have it on because my PC's fine when it comes to Minecraft. Display, emojis, and text, that won't really change your FPS at all. So really the only thing you want to turn off if you have it on is mumble link and GUI blur. This won't really do much, and neither will this. Now the second thing is we have is better sky. I have it on because I like, you know, changing the time of my thing, like changing the time of day in Minecraft. But I mean, you're gonna want this off. It tears your FPS up, especially if you have a pack with like crazy skies. Now I already went into item physics. Oh no, I didn't. Item physics, pretty much, it's like what makes your thing like go on the ground. Like, so it makes it like more realistic, kind of. So it lays on the ground instead of floating above it. You know, like kind of how like normal Minecraft is. That tears your FPS up. So I really recommend turning that off. Next thing is performances. So if you want a short way on how to get better FPS, you could either just turn on the low settings or just turn on smooth FPS. Especially if you have less than 144 hertz monitor. But now I'm just speaking gibberish. Scoreboard, I have this turned off. It boosts your FPS a lot with scoreboard off. But I currently have it off because I play no debuff, and on Salwyrr the scoreboard's like really big, so I just turned it off. Now 1.7.10 animations, this is all personal preference. I don't like the original hidden block animation, so I have it on. Everything else is just personal preference. I really don't care with it on or off. Block overlay, this tears up your FPS, especially if you have it on chroma, so I turn it off. If you don't even play Bed Wars, there's no point. It just looks nice. Coordinates display, I have that off. FPS display, I have that on to see my FPS. Name tags, I have it. This is personal preference. I have the Salwyrr logo on, but I don't have it to where it shows me in F1 mode or it shows myself. Perspective mod, I have it on hold. I have it on. Tag TNT, I have it off. Like, there's no point in having it unless you play Bed Wars. Auto-find zoom, I have these off because I don't need it, but most of the time when I'm playing like the other game modes, like games other than no debuff, I have that turned on. It's really helpful. Armor HUD, definitely you want to turn that off. That's just, it's useless unless you. Boss bar, this is only useful if you play survival, so I really don't recommend using it. Or skyblock, I'm not really sure. I don't play skyblock. Crosshair, this is only for if you like god bridge. Like, there's no use for it if you don't god bridge. Motion blur, this thing tears up FPS. You really want this off. Turn that off. I'm pretty sure. I think I've already gone over that. I'm not sure. Particle mod also tears up your FPS if you have it on, especially if you have it on max. If you're facing bad FPS and you have this on, you're gonna want to turn that off. There's no point in having it. Ping display, it doesn't really change anything. I have it on sometimes. I have it off sometimes. That's really what it looks like. Only thing you don't want to do for any option is have it on chroma. That will ruin your FPS. And then replay mod, I don't have this on. I don't use replay mod. There's no need for it unless you play Bed Wars or make Bed Wars montages. Time display, unless you want to know what time it is where you are, like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I have that off. So that is enough for the, you know, mod settings. So now we're going to be going on to the video settings. Now we're in the video settings. So this one is a lot personal preference and a lot non-personal preference. So view bobbing, I have that on because view bobbing off is kind of ugly. Max FPS, you're obviously going to want that on the unlimited unless you're facing real FPS drops. You could have that on VSync if you have screen tears, but if you're having FPS drops, just put it to whatever hertz your monitor. So most people have it on 60. I have a 144 hertz monitor, so I'll put it on 145, I guess. But I just have it on unlimited. My render distance is 8 because that's like what the max is for most servers that I play. If you're playing survival, I guess you could turn it up, but if you're facing FPS problems, you're not going to want it on 8. Now for graphics, I have that on fast. Obviously, smooth lighting, you're going to want that off. It makes it look way better. Like, makes blocks look amazing, but if you want better FPS, I turn it off. I have it off even though I have a pretty good PC, so it doesn't really matter. GUI scale doesn't do anything. Dynamic lights doesn't really do anything. Shaders doesn't do anything. Now details. Now you guys are going to want to copy all these settings. I don't know how to pronounce that. Just put it on fast. Anything that has an option for fast or off, that's what I do. Like sky off, because your packs will automatically apply the sky even though it says sky off. Fog, you obviously don't want that on. Sun and moon, I'm going to turn that off actually. I don't need that. Stars off. Showcapes on, obviously. Cloud high off since we have already turned clouds off. Rain and snow off. Entity shadows off. Alternate blocks on. And smooth biomes off. Now next thing we're going on to is animations. These are like, it turned them all off for some reason. I did not want it to do that. But you guys could, I'll send you a picture of, not send you, I'll put up a real picture of my settings so you guys could go ahead and copy those. But the next thing we're gonna go into is quality. So it automatically put on the best FPS settings because I accidentally clicked it earlier. But clear water, I have that on. But you guys are going to want that off for better FPS. Better grass off. Custom fonts off. Connected textures off. Custom sky, I have that on. But if you're facing like really bad FPS drops, you're going to want to turn that off. I have it on so I can see the skies of the texture packs. Custom entity models on. Better snow, you definitely want that off. Custom colors, you want that on. Natural textures, turn that off. Custom items off, and then custom GUIs on. Alright, my bad, my brother walked to my room. Now we're on performance. So smooth FPS, I have that off. I'm not sure with the setting off. Yeah, no stabilization, may fluctuate. It will go higher if you have smooth FPS off. Smooth world, I have that off. Fast math, you're gonna want this off. Or wait, no, you want it on. And the lazy chunk loading, you want that off. I don't know why I had that on. Dynamic updates off, and that's pretty much it. Or no, now we have other settings. So full screen, you want that. You definitely want that on. Full screen mode, you want this to whatever your monitor resolution is. My bad. You want this to whatever your monitor resolution is. But if you really face bad FPS, you're going to want to go to 1280 by 720 or 1600 by 900. My monitor doesn't have that, so it doesn't show the option. But yeah. Time, doesn't matter. Advanced tooltips off. Lag meter off. Show FPS off, because it already does that with the mod. Weather off, definitely. Full screen on. 3D anaglyph off. Screenshot size default, doesn't really matter. And that is it. Alright, so the next optimization is actually outside of Minecraft. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into your Windows search bar and type in power, and something that says edit power plan should come up. You're going to want to open that, and then as soon as that thing pulls up, you're going to want to hit power options. And yeah, see, mine, I'm not getting the best FPS I can because I don't have ultimate performance or high performance on. Depends on what you want. Obviously you're going to want to choose ultimate performance, because that's just going to get you, you know, the best FPS. So yeah. Alright, so I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was how to get better FPS on Salwyrr Launcher V4. And as you can see, I'm getting 1000 FPS right now. But I still get 1000 FPS in normal servers. So if you guys want to see more videos like this one on how to boost your FPS, I can do more optimizations that are outside of Salwyrr Launcher, except like just that one I just sent you in the last clip. But yeah, if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe. And looks like it's becoming night, so I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace.